Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have been here before, know that I'm a bit obsessed with cat water fountains. Over the past few years, I've tested over 7 different models, kinda lost count. But here's the thing, I live with 9 cats, and trust me, not every fountain makes the cut. Some are just too loud, some are hard to clean, and others cat might just ignore them completely. So today we're trying something new and different. This is the small cat water fountains from Petgugu. So what exactly make this one stand out? Let's find out. Alright, let's start with the unboxing. Inside the box, you will get the main fountain unit, a filter, a charging cable, and an instruction manual. Don't throw away the packaging just yet. There's a clever little surprise. You can actually turn that box into a cat house. Very clever on that. Just snap a few parts together and you are good to go. The water tank holds about 2 liters. Not huge, but enough for daily use. And the water tank is transparent. That makes it very easy to check the water level at a glance. Design also separates water and electricity, so the parts that hold water don't touch anything electric. That definitely gives some peace of mind, no risk of leakage or shocks. They add a nice touch with the power cable too. It tucks neatly into the bottom of the base. Another clever design. Now let's check out the app, and this is where the small part really kicks in. The app itself is pretty straightforward, but it actually adds a lot of value. You can check how much your cat is drinking in real time, and more importantly, track their drinking habits over time. Now you might think, well, can I just look at the water level to see how much they have had? Sure, that gives you a rough idea, but only for the total amount. It doesn't tell you when they drink, how often, or if their habits are changing. With the app, you can see a daily breakdown, like whether your cat drink more in the morning or at night, or if they skip drinking altogether on a certain day. And that kind of detail really matters. For example, if you notice your cat suddenly drinking less than usual, you can step in earlier, maybe switch to wet food the next day, or give them a broth package to boost hydration. There's more. The app also sends you reminders when it's time to clean the fountain or change the filter. Super helpful if you are juggling a busy schedule or just tend to forget. It takes the guesswork out of the maintenance and helps keep the water clean and safe without consistently have to check in yourself. Overall, it's not a complicated app, but it gives you just the right amount of insight and support, especially if you are caring for multiple cats or have one with health concerns. This kind of info is very useful for preventing urinary problems in cats early on. The drinking area on this fountain is designed a bit differently than most models I've tried before. Instead of just having a still pool of water or the usual bubbling effect, this one uses a spout that creates soft, steady stream. It's kind of like small waterfall, but not too strong, just enough to keep the water moving. The flow is gentle and very quiet. I didn't notice any splashing or noise, which is a plus, especially in a quiet home. A few of my cats seem more drawn to it compared to regular bowls, probably because moving water feels more fresh and natural to them. It gives them a reason to come check it out throughout the day. Another thing I noticed is how the flow helps push floating hair and tiny bits of debris toward the edge of the tray. That means the water stays visibly cleaner between filter changes, and I don't have to wipe out the bowls as often. It's a small design choice, but it helps with daily maintenance. Also, because the water flows down from the spout rather than bubbling up, it doesn't hit their face, so their chains and whiskers stay dry, something I think a lot of cats quietly care about. A few of mine are especially sensitive about that, and they were clearly more comfortable using this one. So overall, while the design isn't flashy, it's functional. It feels like it was made with actual cat behavior in mind, not just to look cute on the counter. There are 2 water flow modes. One is continuous and the other is energy saving. In energy saving mode, it runs for 30 seconds, then pauses for 3 minutes. And it also got motion detection built in. When your cat comes within 50 centimeters, it kicks in automatically. If your cat keeps drinking, it keeps the water flowing. Once they're done, it switches back to energy saving mode. You can switch between the modes manually or control everything from the app. It's quite flexible. Next, something a lot of pet fountains claim to have, but not all of them do it well. Filtration. This one uses an 8-layer filtration system. It's designed to filter out fur, dust, small particles, and even residual chlorine from tap water. But what's more interesting is the structure. It includes a combination of cotton mesh, activated carbon, and ion exchange resin, among other materials, working in sequence to clean the water as thoroughly as possible. And it's not just marketing speak. The filtration system has been lab tested and certified by International Sterilization Laboratory. That gives me a little more confidence, especially in households with older cats or kittens that are more sensitive to water quality. Clean water doesn't just mean better health. It also keeps the fountain running more smoothly over time. I have noticed less skunk buildup compared to other models I've tested, which means I won't need to deep clean it as often. It's the kind of detail that might not seem like a big deal at first, but over weeks and months, it makes daily care easier and more reliable, especially if you are not always home during the day to keep an eye on things. Noise level is another important factor, especially in a house with multiple cats. This one is impressively quiet. Even at night in a quiet room, I barely heard a thing. If you're sensitive to sound or if your cats are, this could be a big plus. Alright, now let's talk about how this fountain performs in daily use. I set it up for 2 days and tracked how my night cats responded. I got a mix of reactions. A few went for it immediately, especially the ones that already like running water. Some took a bit longer, but by the end of the day too, most have tried at least once. The app data shows some clear trends. 2 of my cats, who usually don't drink much, end up drinking more frequently. Not a huge jump, but enough to notice. I also saw that my cats keep coming back at the same time every evening, which I wouldn't have noticed without the app tracking. Having that kind of insight is helpful, especially for older cats or those with knowing hydration issues. It's not medical advice, but it gives you a better sense of what's normal or what's not. I will keep using this one over the next few weeks and might do a follow-up video later. So what's the verdict? The Petgugu Smart Fountain is softly designed, both for cats and people taking care of them. The smart tracking is actually useful, not just a gimmick. The app works fine, the fountain runs quietly, and the build quality feels solid. Cleaning and setup are straightforward, and the extra touch, like the flowing spouts and the hidden cable, show that the design team pay attention to small stuff. In a multi-cat household like mine, this kind of tool helps take some guesswork out of daily care. If you ever found yourself wondering, if this cat drinking enough, this fountain actually gives you a way to find out. If you're interested, I will leave a link below so you can check it out. Let me know in the comments if you have tried any smart fountains yourself. Until next time, keep your cats happy and loved.